Um, Today, inshallah, we will talk about the syllabus of the course and the material that will be covered during this semester بمشيئة. And I will tell you something about the assignment and the exams. Also, we will have a general look at the textbook بمشيئة. So at the beginning, we will start talking about the syllabus of the course. It's very essential to have an idea about the syllabus of the course, what we are going to cover, what we are going to study, what is the aim of this course, and so on. By the way, I uploaded the syllabus of the course and the textbook of the course and the first lecture on Blackboard. You can go there and download them from Blackboard. So this is the course. This is the course syllabus. It is called Advanced Writing or Writing 2. Because I suppose that there is a course which is Writing 1. It talks about writing a paragraph, how to write a topic sentence, a paragraph, supporting details, and so on. And by the way, inshallah, in the first lecture, we will have a general review about a paragraph writing. What is a paragraph? What is a topic sentence? How to write a topic sentence? Because you'd like to start from the scratch. We'll start from the topic sentence paragraph, and then we will move to the essay. And during this course, inshallah, we will focus on 5 paragraph essay, introduction, conclusion, and 3 body paragraph. بمشيئة. We will discuss we will write, inshallah, the general essay, then the argumentative essay, and the definition essay. And inshallah, if we have time, we will have other types of essays بمشيئة الله. Inshallah, I hope that we will have enough time to do that. We are working hard, inshallah, to do that. Writing, guys, I'd like to tell you something about writing. Writing is the most difficult skill, to be honest with you. Writing is the most difficult skill, and you will see, inshallah, in the future how it is difficult from spoken discourse. It's easy to learn how to speak, how to communicate ideas, because, spoken discourse, the main aim is to deliver the message. You can use utterances, incomplete sentences. There you are not required to provide evidence and so on in spoken discourse. However, in writing, we have completely a different story. If you would like to raise a point or to suggest a point, to introduce a point, you have to support this point, because you have to keep in mind that you are writing for reasonable people. All right, we will see that, inshallah. The time of the course and so on. This is my email address. For any future communication, inshallah, you can communicate with me during the email address. Regarding the office hours, we have virtual office hours. We don't have a limit time for office hour. You can email me at any time. If you have any issue, you can just send me an email, and I will respond to you, inshallah, as soon as possible. We will have an idea of, I'm going to read the course description, because every course should have a description. Every course should have a description, which is the aim of the course. What is the ideas or the outcomes or the goals of this course? Students are expected to consolidate and develop the writing skills they acquired in less advanced courses in the study plan. They are expected to show greater sensitivity to diction, style, and tonality, and to exhibit more intellectual we go in the development of their ideas. Topics will include some controversial issues, and I'm going, inshallah, to to discuss the argumentative essay, and you will focus on the argumentative essay. The argumentative essay based on controversial issues, controversial ideas. Are you with or against something? And require a sophisticated level of thinking and planning. In addition to in-class writing, students will have to write journals and hand in the drafts and final versions of 3 essays بمشيئة. Now, the outcome of the course, by the end of the course, inshallah, you as students will be able to think critically and logically, develop a sense of writing style, analyze well-written essays, write more sophisticated essays on a variety of topics, develop a sense of structure بمشيئة الله. Step by step, inshallah, you will acquire these steps. But you have to work hard during this course. So what will be given during this course will be about 40%. So keep in mind that what we are going to have during classes will be 40%. I will cover 40% of the course. And the other 60% will be your efforts, your practice, inshallah. You should practice. We have theoretical issues. You should practice. You should write. You should start from now. And I will tell you, inshallah, by the time we start our first lecture, we will talk about this in detail, inshallah. But I'd like to tell you something. If you don't practice writing, you will never, ever learn. All right? Writing is the most difficult skill. You should rely on yourself. You should practice on a daily basis, you know, because I need to be honest with you. We write, you think that, wallah, you have an elegant piece of writing, but by the time you give it to someone, he or she will start, you know, finding a lot of mistakes for you, whether stylistic mistakes, punctuation mistakes, subject verb agreement, or grammatical mistakes in general, and so on. We will see, inshallah, and you will have some practices on that, بمشيئة. And we will see how to do proofreading, how to do proofreading, and what you should focus on when you do proofreading, because also one of sorry, one important issue regarding this course, if you master this course, if you master writing, in the future, inshallah, this will open the door for you to be a proofreader. Being a proofreader is a good job, by the way, guys, because, you know, you can generate good money by having this job in the future, inshallah. Okay. Regarding the topics or the contents that we are going to cover, inshallah, during this semester, we will start with introduction to writing. You will have general introduction about writing. I will focus in this in this unit, or in these topics, I will give you a general review about paragraph writing, how to write a topic sentence, and the elements or the components of the topic sentence, how to write a paragraph, the types of supporting details, and then we will move, inshallah, to the structure of the essay, how to write the introduction, how to write the conclusion, what are the types of the introductions, what are the components of the introduction. For example, the introduction consists of the hook. Hook is the first two or three, is the first two sentences in the introduction that aim to attract the attention of your reader. This hook could be a kind of quotation, could be a kind of a question, and so on. We are going, inshallah, to talk about these types of hook, the types of hooks in the introduction. And we will talk about the thesis statement, inshallah, in the introduction. Then we will move to the body of the essay, how to write, 3 related paragraphs to the topics, to the thesis statement, and then the conclusion. Bimashiatillah, what are the types of conclusion? We will focus on different types of conclusions, how to write the conclusions in a logical way. Also, we will have some information about the grammar, how to avoid fragments and how to correct them, subject-verb agreement, grammar in general, and punctuation. We'll focus on punctuation, sorry for that. Also, we'll focus on run-on sentences in writing and how to avoid them, transitions in writing, conjunctive adverbs, using commas in writing, introductory paragraphs, consistency, verbs and pronouns, parallelism, and editing. These are the topics that we are going, inshallah, to cover, starting from the topic sentence, ending with editing your work. Because, we write, the first plan of writing is the first step in writing is to make a plan. And we are going to talk about, inshallah, how to make a plan. Then the second step is to start writing, and then you should, the last step will be editing your work, bimashiatillah. Step by step, everything will be okay, bimashiatillah. A textbook, yes, yeah, Sarah. If you go to Blackboard, you will find the textbook. You can download it. But inshallah, I will upload the material, a lecture by lecture, bimashiatillah. The required material will be uploaded also on Blackboard. But now, if you go to Blackboard, you will find to the content of the course, you will find the textbook. You can download it. It's a very, very useful book. I'm going, inshallah, to show the book for you now. Inshallah, don't worry. Yes. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Yeah. We have the midterm exam and we have the final exam. The midterm will be out of 20, the final will be out of 40, and we will have practical exams. I'm not going, wallah, to give you mention or multiple choice. No, this is a writing course. Yeah, so the midterm will be out of 20 and the final will be out of 40, and 40 degrees will be for quizzes and homework. Inshallah, I will notify you before, and wallahi, we have a homework. I will upload it on Blackboard, and there will be a deadline for sending or submitting the assignment bimashiatillah. So yeah, 40 final exam, 24 midterm, and 44 coursework in general, quizzes and homework. By the way, quizzes, I think we may have only one quiz bimashiatillah and 3 homework. 1 quiz and 3 homework. All right, so 3 homeworks will be 30 and 1 quiz will be out of 10 bimashiatillah. The teaching and learning resources textbook, college writing skills. All right, recommended reading. There will be, inshallah, relevant handouts. I'm going to upload them, inshallah, on Blackboard. Also, these websites can be useful for you, bimashiatillah. If you go to them, they provide, very, very useful information about writing in general. Now, attendance policy, I think you are aware of that. Plagiarism and cheating, also, you are aware of that. Yeah, this is for the syllabus of the course. Do you have any question, any comments about the syllabus of the course? Do you have any question? All clear? Alhamdulillah. All clear. Alhamdulillah. So I will move to the textbook. I will show you the textbook bimashiatillah. Then we will start, inshallah, we will start our first lecture today. Now for the textbook, just a second, I will repeat again. Yeah, this is the textbook, College Writing Skills, 8th edition. It is a very interesting book. It's a very large also book. We have 814 pages, but we are not going to cover the whole book during one course. It's impossible for us to do that. We are going to select some topics from the book, as I said before. So this is about the writer. Here we will take the first chapter, bimashiatillah, introduction to writing, point support, structure of traditional essay, writing as skill, and so on. The writing process, pre-writing, we will focus on pre-writing stages, how to plan for your essay, writing the first draft, revising, editing, etc. The first and the second steps in writing essays, we are going to focus on these also. The third step in writing essay, the fourth step here, organize and connect specific evidence, introduction, conclusions, titles, how to write a title, an effective and attractive title, bimashiatillah. Also, we will talk about the 4 paces for revising essays, the unity, support, coherence, sentence skills in general, bimashiatillah. We have different types of essays. I hope you will have time, but we will focus on argument essay. This is one, bimashiatillah, and definition essay. Definition essay. If we have time, we will, inshallah, take cause and effect. But firstly, we will focus on argumentative essay, the general essay, number 1, then the argumentative essay, and number 3, the definition essay. By the way, we have other types of essays. We have division classification, we have cause and effect, we have comparison or contrast, exemplification, we have process, we have narration, we have description. All these are types of essays in general. Essays in general. What is good about this book? It has a lot of exercises. It's full of exercises. For example, grammar. We are going, inshallah, to study this unit. If we go to subject and verb, the way the writer presented the information is so simple. So simple, and you can easily understand the discussion plus the exercises here. Look, a lot of activities, more about subject verb, etc. It's a very, very interesting book, to be honest. So this is the course book, bimashiatillah. I uploaded the book on on Blackboard. You can go and download it from there. Here are unknown sentences, fragments, subject, verb agreement, adjectives and adverbs, pronoun types, etc. It's very, very interesting. I know the majority of information that presented in this book, you are familiar with the majority of them. You are familiar with the majority of them. I think the majority of you know what do mean by pronoun types, pronoun agreement and reference. I think it's a kind of revision for you, b'mashi'atillah. But still, some writers, when we do proofreading, some writers, they still have mistakes in these issues. Yeah, this is for the course for the textbook. Today, I will start the first lecture, b'mashi'atillah. Do you have any question before we start our first lecture? Do you have any question? Please don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to participate. Don't hesitate to ask me. I'm here as a facilitator. My job is to facilitate this course for you. I'm not here to make things, complicated for you. No, I'm here to facilitate the material presented during the lectures for you. I will be so happy when I find my students, are following me easily. They can understand everything presented in the lecture and so on. So this will be a great pleasure for me. So please don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to stop me, to ask me, ask for clarification, ask for examples, and so on. This will be my pleasure. Again, I'm a facilitator for this course. I'm a facilitator for this course and for all the courses that I'm teaching. This is my job. My job is not to make a challenge between me and my students. No, my job is to make the material I presented easy and understandable for my students. And it will be, again, my pleasure when I find my students, are so active and understandable and so on. Let's start with writing. Writing. Now, writing is one of the most difficult skills in learning a language. It's easy to speak. Easy to speak. If I ask you to tell me what you had for breakfast, you can easily, speak. Well, I had blah blah blah. I drank coffee. I had blah blah blah. Easy to talk about this, even in a certain order, or you can, in full sentences, or in incomplete sentences. You can use utterances, for example. However, in writing, the story is different, as you will see, b'mashi'atillah. So before talking about that, we have 4 basic principles of effective writing. 4 basic principles of effective writing. We should start with a clearly stated point or thesis. When you select a topic or you select a thesis here means a topic. Your topic should be clear for your readers. Imagine, wallahi, you are writing to us about car accidents, for example, or about different types of regimes, or about doing exercises. So your topic should be clear. You should have in mind that, wallah, my reader will understand this topic. It depends on the type of audience Who are you writing to? Are you writing to a certain group of people, for example, to specialists? If you are writing to specialists in a nuclear power, for example, or in electricity, or in power, or in computer science, for example, yeah, this is a different story. But when your audience is the public, general people, you read the media. If you go to any newspaper nowadays, you will find so many essays, so many articles. These articles are presented for the public, for everyone. Anyone can read this article, anyone can understand it, and so on. We will see that if you are studying media translation with me, we will have a look at this, inshallah. Now, your topic should be easily stated, and it should be clear for your readers. Now, you should provide logical, detailed support for your thesis. Don't tell me that, wallahi, you are against university uniforms, or uniforms for university female or male students. Okay, you are against, but you should convince me. There are, wallahi, you can say, we will see, inshallah, in the argumentative essay, there are disadvantages for the marriage before the age of 18 years, and you stop. Now, you should convince me as a reader, what are these advantages? Or what are these disadvantages? All right? So you should give me logical and detailed support, because you have to keep in mind that, don't suppose that your reader will take anything you present for them for granted. And wallahi, as a truth. And wallahi, we know Ahmad Al-Harahsheh, so everything, if he says anything, I will believe it. No. If he says, if you present a topic, you should support this topic with a logical and detailed support. You should convince me, you should provide evidence. You should provide, as we will see, inshallah, statistics. We should provide, for example, truth. We should provide opinions, quotes, and so on, in order to support your ideas, in order to convince them. How can I convince you that, wallahi, using social media is harmful for you or for kids? I have to rely on some quotes from specialists, for example. Specialists in, could be physicians, could be scientists, could be, for, let's say, famous people. I should rely on statistics. Well, 60%, 70% of those who are addicted to mobile phones and so on, they have problems with eyesight. They have a problem, with their mental abilities and so on. So I have to rely on, these evidence, these pieces of evidence in order to convince you as a reader. And wallahi, I don't say that, but the specialists say that, and I support my argument with this quotation and so on. Also, you should organize and connect your supporting material. Now, when you write a paragraph, I think you took a course, which is writing a paragraph. The definition of the paragraph is a group of related sentences. A paragraph is a group of related sentences. It must have a unity. That means your paragraph should talk or should discuss only one topic. Only one topic. So all the details presented in your paragraph should be related to the topic sentence. If they are not related to the topic sentence, that means, wallahi, you have to rewrite this paragraph, your paragraph, in order to correct. The irrelevant information, you can exclude them, or you can modify them, and so on, in order to make all the supporting details presented in the paragraph are related to the topic sentence. So in writing, guys, you have to make sure that it's not a matter of, filling up information, providing so many information. All right, you gave me so many information, but the question is that, are these information related to, is this information related to your topic sentence? If these details are not related to your topic sentence, that means your paragraph will lose a very important principle, which is unity. If you lose unity, that this is not a paragraph. A paragraph should deal with one idea only. The final principle of effective writing is revise and edit, so that your sentences are effective and error-free. You finish your paragraph, now you should revise, because sometimes when you write, you don't care about grammar, you don't care about punctuation, maybe you don't care about the consistency of words, you don't care about the selection of words, synonyms, and so on. So yeah, this is the importance of revision. When you revise your work, you will start reading, oh, I have to use this, oh, I have to move this sentence to that place. I have a grammatical problem here. This verb, with the selection of this word could be problematic for me. I have to use an alternative synonyms or whatsoever. So this is the final stage of writing. And by the way, our course will discuss all these points. Inshallah, we are going. These are the basics, principles of our course. These are the basic principles of our course. Our course, inshallah, will base on these principles. We are going, inshallah, to discuss them in details. بمشيئة الله. Now, point and support. We should keep in mind that there is a difference between writing and talking. There is a difference between writing and talking. So you can speak about any topic. As I said before, you can use utterances. The utterances could be one word, two words, could be a phrase, could be a clause, could be a sentence, a grammatical sentence or ungrammatical sentence. Right? So this is for spoken discourse. Imagine, wallahi, if someone tells you, would you like to drink coffee? You can say no. No, this is one word utterance. No, it means what? If I'd like to write it, no, I don't like to drink coffee. So it must be a full sentence. But in spoken discourse, we use utterances rather than full sentences. In writing, guys, the situation is completely different, because we write full grammatical sentences. Full grammatical sentences. And you have to be careful, guys. In spoken discourse, sometimes we use colloquial expressions, and we think that, wallahi, these expressions are standard, and we start writing them, in academic writing. And the surprise will be, after finishing your piece of writing, oh my God, why do you use this kind of language? These are colloquial expressions. You are not allowed to use them. You have to use, you are writing for academic, so your language should be academic. You should be away from slang. Okay, all of us, watch American movies, British movies, and so on, and we are imitating, a lot of expressions and so on. But we should keep, when it comes to writing, you should think many times when you write any sentence, because you may write colloquial expressions and so on, and these expressions will be unacceptable in academic writing. In writing, any idea that you advance must be supported with specific reasons or details. You have to keep this in your mind. You are writing for reasonable readers, for reasonable people. Wallahi, what are the disadvantages, or what are the effects of divorce on kids, for example? You should provide us with details to convince us in wallahi there are catastrophic effects on kids because of divorce, for example. You should be away from your feelings. You should be objective. You should be objective when you present your ideas. Don't say that, well, I think that children will suffer a lot because of, okay, you think that. But do you have any evidence? Do you have a quote? Do you have an opinion of a specialist, for example? And wallah, Mr. Doctor or Professor X, a specialist in family, relations, stated blah 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 blah, or said blah 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 blah. You can take a quote, and wallahi 70, 60, 30, 40% according to, for example, to the Sharia court, 60, 70% of divorced women, have kids, and those kids have, some problems, some psychological problems, and so on. So what I mean here, when you write, when you present an idea, you must support your idea with specific reasons. When you talk about drugs, for example, you should provide us with reasonable details and support about drugs. And wallah, how many people are killed yearly as a result of drugs? What are the crimes that are, that are happened as a result of drugs and so on? You can go to the different websites, government website, for example, here in the UAE, there is a department for controlling drugs. You can, if you go to the website of this department, you will find, some statistics or some information about drug addiction, and so on. You have to keep in mind that your reader will not take your views on faith, but they are willing to accept what you say as long as you support it. All right? Don't suppose that, and wallah, they know. You may say that, and wallahi, everyone in the society knows that, and wallahi, coronavirus can kill us. Okay, I know that, but I need a support. I need an evidence. You can go to the website of the Ministry of Health, UAE Ministry of Health, for example, and you can, or the let's say reliable websites, and you can tell us that, wallahi, look, according to the Ministry of Health spokesperson, wallahi, 20% of those who 10% 5%, etc., of those who had coronavirus. Sorry, of the 10% of the people who had coronavirus died, for example, in the UAE or in China or in the world, or depends on the information or on the evidence that you will quote. So by quoting such information, this will help you reader, or this will give credibility for your writing. And oh, well, this writer worked hard to collect reliable information, opinions, statistics, and so on. Yeah. If you are writing, Hiba, if you are writing an essay on a novel, do we have to support every claim with scholars' interpretations or with the context? Yeah, regarding Hiba, when you write an essay on a novel, we call this kind of essay as a narrative essay. This is a narrative essay. Yeah, you have to support your ideas with some quotes, with certain quotes from the context itself. Imagine, for example, you are talking about a short story or a novel or a poem, especially in literature, and you present an idea that, wallahi, the author believes in capitalism. This is in literature, huh? So you should quote a sentence from the context, provided for you as an evidence. And wallahi, because he refers to blah 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 blah. Wallahi, the author believes in symbolism, for example, or in a certain idea or in a certain faith. You can support your thought from the novel itself or from the context provided for you. Yeah, this is narrative essay. Yes. ويعني مجال الأدب مجال واسع جدا يا جماعة، وبتعرف أنه هناك في مدارس فكرية في الأدب، في يعني مذاهب فكرية. فأنت لما تدرس نص أدبي معين وتحاول أنك تحلله، فبدك تأخذ الأبعاد هذه كلياتها، الأبعاد الأيديولوجية والأبعاد الفكرية والأبعاد الدينية والسياسية والاقتصادية والاجتماعية والأنثوية اللي هي الفيمينيزم. رايت. فالأدب يعني ما بديش أدخل أنا في مجال الحديث عن الأدب، لأن الأدب هناك أساتذة أدب هم أعلم مني بهذا الشيء. فنعم، يعني هناك يجب أنك تأخذ الأدب. حسنة الأدب يفتح مدارك الشخص أنك تفكر في اتجاهات مختلفة. فهذه سمة الأدب يعني. Or writing about literature. Have you understood what I have said in Arabic? Have you understood? Have you understood, or shall I repeat in English? Any one of you can't understand Arabic? Do you have any student who can't understand Arabic? Huh? All clear? الحمد لله. الحمد لله. So الكتابة عن الأدب يا جماعة شيء مختلف وشيء رائع وجميل جدا. والأدب، الحسنة في الأدب يا هبة أنه أنت غير مقيد، لأنه أنت لك حرية في التعبير وفي التحليل. إحنا أشراف. Yeah, when you write about literature, yeah, Ashraf, when you write about literature, you have a room of freedom, so you can think in different directions. You can take the psychological dimension. You can You can take the religious, you can the ideological, the political one, and so on. So this is the idea that I'm trying to clarify when writing about literature. Writing about literature, we call this kind of essays a narrative essay. And in a narrative essay, you should provide your ideas from the text provided for you, or from the essay, sorry, or from the novel, or from the short story or the poem that you have studied. All right? All right, Yashra? Yeah. So, yeah, when you write about literature, you have a room of freedom again. Because, in literature, we have different schools of thinking. We have realism, we have capitalism, we have um, communism, and so on. So the writer depends on the sometimes political point of view of the writer. You should know some information about the political, religious point of view of the writer. This will help you a lot in literature. Yeah, yeah. Imagine, for example, have you read a novel called Animal Farm? Animal Farm. This was written by Joseph Conrad, and it talks about communism. Communism. All right. So you should have an idea about communism. The Soviet Union, it was a kind of a criticism for the political system of the Soviet Union during that period. All right, so you should have an idea about the author, about the context, about the historical period where when this novel was written. This will help you a lot in order to support your ideas. And wallahi, it was written in during the regime of the Soviet Union, and the communism was blah 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 blah, and so on. All right. So this will help you a lot to support your details. So writing about literature is very interesting. I love it so much. But here we are focusing on other issue, which is somehow more academic, um, which is the argumentative essay. As we will see, inshallah, some examples, you will see that in Wallahi we have to use sometimes quotations, facts, opinions, and so on. Remember to support with specific evidence any point that you make. You should support any idea you present with specific evidence. Wallahi, if you say that smoking can kill us, is brutal, or can kill us, all right, how can you convince me? You should provide evidence. I know that smoking is harmful, right? I know, and all of us know that, wallahi, smoking is harmful. But you should provide us with specific details telling us that, wallahi, yeah, smoking can kill you. All right? By using statistics, opinions of specialists, for example, and so on. Again, you should keep in mind that your readers will not take any idea you present on faith. They will not believe you in every point you raise unless you support this point or this idea with logical reasons, logical evidence, and so on. Now, in a conversation, you might say to a friend who has suggested a movie, no thanks. Shall we go to the movie? No thanks. So no thanks here, this is an utterance. No, it is an utterance. It means, no, I don't like to go to the movie if I'd like to write it. in a full grammatical sentence, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, or I don't like to go to the movie. Going to the movies is just too much of a hassle. Parking, people, everything. Look here. This is spoken discourse. This is spoken. Parking, people, everything. When we speak, we can, understand each other. Why? Because of the shared past experiences. Imagine in sociolinguistics, you study that, and wallahi, the speakers, they have a relationship between each other. Could be friends, the social status, social distance, social distance. Now they could be friends, they could be acquaintance, or they could be strangers. They do not know each other. If they are friends, they will have what do we call shared past experience. I'll give you an example. If you talk to a friend of you, do you know what he says, what he said yesterday? He here, this is a pronoun, right? For us, because we do not know the speaker and the hearer, we do not understand what does he refer to. But the speakers, because of the shared past experience between them, they can understand what he refers to. He could be Wallah Ahmad Al-Harahsheh, Sheikh, or Mr. X. All right? So this is what we mean by shared experience. And we are friends. And sometimes we do not produce full sentences. Why? Because there is no need to provide full sentences. Why? Because it's known for both of us, because we are friends. We know too much information about each other. We have shared past experiences. So this is in spoken discourse. So parking. What about parking? People. Who are the people? Everything. What do you mean by everything? In writing, this is unacceptable. In spoken discourse, this can be acceptable. But in writing, this is unacceptable. When you say parking, what do you mean by parking? What is the problem with parking? People. Who are the people? What kind of people? Do you mean kids? Do you mean young people? Do you mean old people? Males? Females? We don't know. Everything. What do you mean by everything? This is unacceptable in writing. Again, it is acceptable in spoken discourse. In writing, your point would have to be backed up with specific reasons and details. When I'm saying that, and wallahi, I don't like to go to the movies because of parking, that means wallahi, I have to explain. And wallahi, it's hard to find a parking, especially on Friday nights or Saturday nights, because the mall will be full of people, and it's hard to find a parking. You will start, revolving or moving around the mall for more than half an hour in order to find a spot to park in. So yeah, you should provide an evidence in order to make things easier for your readers, in order to convince them that, wallahi, yeah, parking could be a problem. People, what kind of people? We will see, inshallah. By the way, this is a general idea, which is the first point of view presented by a writer, and we will see later on, inshallah, how the writer, modify and rewrite this idea, and how at the end how she came up with a full written essay. Now, the structure of a paragraph. I will start talking about a paragraph, then I will move, inshallah, to talk about the essay. Now, the structure of the paragraph. I think it's well known for all of you because you studied that in writing one. A paragraph should start with a topic sentence. And if you remember in writing one, I think you were taught that the first sentence of the paragraph is the topic sentence. And the topic sentence for professional writers could be in the middle or could be at the end. But we have been taught that in Wallahi, the first sentence of the paragraph must be the first sentence. The topic sentence must be the first sentence of your paragraph. And after presenting your topic, you should support your topic with specific details. Then you should conclude your sentence with a conclusion. And finally, you should focus on the transition words. Transition words such as however, therefore, in addition, furthermore, also, and so on. And I can give an example of a paragraph. A paragraph is like a hamburger. You know the hamburger sandwich? It consists of two pieces of bread, one on the top and one on the bottom, right? So the one on the top, we call it the topic sentence, and the one on the bottom, we call it the concluding sentence. And in the middle, we have the meat, we have the lettuce, we have the cheese, and so on. These are the supporting details. So a paragraph can be like a hamburger sandwich. All right? When you write a paragraph, keep in mind the hamburger. You have a piece of bread on the top, another piece at the bottom, and in the middle you should have the meat, the beef, the lettuce, the cheese, and so on. So these are the supporting details. It's impossible to have a hamburger without supporting details, without a meat. Is it possible for you to go to McDonald's, for example, to order a sandwich, and when you open the bread, you will find nothing? You will tell him, come on, are you playing or are you kidding me? Right? So it must have something in the middle, supporting details. The same is for the paragraph. You can't have a paragraph without supporting details, right? You can't have a hamburger without, two pieces of bread. It's impossible. How can you handle it, right? So again, you can't have a paragraph without a topic sentence and a concluding sentence. So this is a good example in order to explain the idea of the component of the paragraph. Also, you studied about the topic sentence. What is the topic sentence? You have been taught that every paragraph must have a topic sentence. Every paragraph must have a topic sentence. It is the controlling or main idea in the paragraph. It tells the reader what is the paragraph about. It is usually the first sentence in the paragraph, but again, it could be in the middle or it could be at the end. All right? But at this point, you should keep it as the first sentence in the paragraph. Your topic sentence has two parts, the topic and the controlling idea. I will give you some examples now to explain this for you. It unifies the content of a paragraph because the topic sentence should have one sentence, one idea. It should be one sentence, and it should deal with one idea only. One idea only. So the topic sentence should have only one idea. If it has more than one idea, this is not a topic sentence. You have to rewrite it again in order to make sure that your topic sentence has only one paragraph. Has only one idea. It should be brief. It should be precise. It should be clear. It should not be a fact. Don't say that, and wallahi, the earth goes round the sun. So what? Mona is a student at the University of Sharjah. So what? Right? This is a fact. There is no need to support this or to prove that, because this is a fact. Wallahi, cows give milk. Here, so what? Directly, you should ask yourself this question when you write a topic sentence. You should ask yourself, is it a fact or an opinion? Your topic sentence should be an opinion, not a fact, because a fact nobody can argue about. You can't convince us, wallahi, cows give eggs. Can you? You can't. It will be funny, huh? Unless, look, unless you are talking in a sarcastic way or in ironical way. At this time, it's somehow different, but not for us as academic people. And someone may say that, well, a cow can fly, and he would like to prove that a cow can fly. If he talking in a sarcastic way, not in an academic way, this can be acceptable, especially in media. And media, yeah, you can. We find so many articles like these, but these articles are symbolic. They are, criticizing some beliefs or attitudes or opinions and so on. Now, examples on the topic sentence. Although I love movies, I have found that there are drawbacks to movie going. If we look at this topic sentence, we can say that, and wallahi, it consists of two ideas. The topic, two parts. The topic, although I love movies, this is the topic. And the controlling ideas, the ideas that the paragraph will be about, or that the paragraph will discuss, inshallah. Here we call it the controlling idea. I have found that there are drawbacks to movie going. So the drawbacks here, this is the main idea, the controlling idea that my paragraph will discuss. Writing English skill is difficult to learn. Writing English skill, this is the topic, is difficult to learn. This is the controlling idea. So your paragraph will be about how it is difficult to learn. And we can see, wallahi, our paragraph, our topic sentence consists of one thought, one idea, one thought. There are many possible contributing factors to global warming. There are many possible, this is the topic, contributing factors to global warming. This is the controlling idea. You are going to talk about, the topic is global warming, and the controlling idea is the contributing factors. What are these factors? What are these factors? Here we have other examples. There are certain reasons why pollution in the world keeps increasing. This is the controlling idea. This is the topic, certain reasons, and this is pollution in the world keeps, there are certain reasons. What are these reasons? This is the controlling idea. So why pollution in the world keeps increasing? This is the topic. And certain reasons, this is the controlling idea. Cooking requires a set of specific skills. Cooking, this is the idea or the topic, and this is the controlling idea. What are the specific? A set of specific skills. Crimes in high poverty areas. Topic. Occur because of systematic discrimination. This is the controlling idea. Global warming, this is the topic, has a number of potential contributing factors. This is the controlling idea. If you'd like to have more topic sentences, you can go to this website. It will have more useful topic sentences. All right, I will stop here for today. And next time, inshallah, we will talk about the types of supporting details. Inshallah, what are the types of supporting details? And we will talk about them in details, بمشيئة the facts, the statistics, experts' opinions, examples, and so on. Do you have any questions, any comments? Any questions, any comment? Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for listening. We will see you next time, بمشيئة الله. All right, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good day. Assalamu alaikum.